Comics-related madness presents Enter the Cromnyverse, an anthology featuring a little green dude with a bat.
Yeah, listen, it's me, Crom, the world's first real-life internet troll. So there's a whole gang of creators making an anthology starring yours truly. We're talking 15 creators, 13 stories, another 8 folks creating merchandise, all for your entertainment. Indiegogo is the place you want to go to back this glorious project. This anthology features my lovable self crossing over in today's best independent comic books and graphic novels, causing chaos everywhere I go. In addition, we're going to be offering custom painted shoes, black light tapestries, sketch cards, alternate covers, adorable crocheted mini-me's, original art, and sculptures.
Anyway, back at today, only on Indiegogo.
Secrets, trust, worth. The bond between souls intertwined within otherworldly intrigue. Michaela Jade brings forth the Elite Warrior series, a collection of dark fantasy romance novels set in a twisted world where power lusts in the hearts of men, and devotion seduces the souls of women. Warrior's Secret, Warrior's Trust, and Warrior's Worth. Available now at authormichaelajade.com.
Author Cindy Kep is writing on the edge. Books include Remnant in the Stars, The Loudest Actions, Lines of Succession, Mindstorm, Condemned Courier, the Yerushalayim series, and Animal Eye. Find author Cindy Kep at CKOEPP.com today.
In a world ravaged by monsters, a new evil has risen, poisoning the land and threatening humanity. Now, the Monster Matador, along with the meanest and baddest kaiju killers, have joined forces to kick its ass. Monster Matador, Afropocalypse.
The original intention of the film was just for my personal use, but I thought, with it being such a unique thing, that I'd like to offer it to anybody who wants to see it. On the first visit, Jack took us into his another room, separate room, and there were these brown parcels full of artwork piled up, and he said to me, "You draw like I do." We were in the studio for 5 hours, it was fantastic, and he's got this desk, and everything he's ever drawn has come from this desk, and then I would just go with the flow, and that's what this film is about. It's just a unique film of him.
He says, "I beat you." He says, "They say we came in under the dead of heat." He says, "That's not true because I beat you." And the American said, "Well," he says, "if you like to think so," he says, "but I know the real story." He says, I know I clearly won that one." See? Well, Joe is 6'3", and I was a run, see, from the Lower East Side. And being Joe's partner was an advantage to me because Joe was believable, they would talk to Joe, and the Goodman brothers would get to know him. Martin Goodman owned Marvel at that time. He went to his mother and he says, "Look, Jackie got a job drawing." He says, "They're paying him part, they're paying him money for drawing." He says, "Suppose I go with Jackie." He says, "And he says, they'll pay me money." He says, "I'll draw and they'll pay me money." He said, "I'll give the money to you," which we did. We gave it all to our mothers. They called me from Nassau. I lived in Long Island. And they say, "Would you like to come down and draw these guys in training?" I swear, this is not a story. And I said, "Yes, of course, I'd love to come down."
Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. You know why we're here. It's a countdown. It's a countdown for...
Countdown. It's
Let's
time.
go.
We're done.
Congratulations. We
Why,
got to the
thank you.
goal I was wanting when we talked, a few days back. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, man, 100 backers. We were like, what, 15 or 17 people away at that time. I was like, come on, 100
Yeah.
backers, 5K, let's go.
Right. And here we are. Ask the universe, talk it into existence, right? It's here.
Yeah, I'm really glad. I'm really happy for you. That is most excellent. So there is 91 minutes left.
91 minutes, people. Come get your
91
comic
minutes.
book. Come get it.
Now I got people asking me, what's going on?
Going on? We're doing a countdown. Path of the Pale Rider. Come check it out. Zombie bears and spaghetti westerns and conspiracy theories. It's a little bit of Mad Max and I Am Legend and Clint Eastwood all thrown together.
All that dystopian, apocalyptic Clint Eastwood that you can take.
Yeah.
There you go.
Mashed in
Imagine
with
if
some
Clint
shenanigans.
wasn't in the old West, but he was in the future.
Future. Yeah.
Kind of like that. I like that.
Yeah.
But it's not just Clint. Dude has a personality all his own. There's no doubt.
Absolutely. Yeah. He just
I don't
kind of
wanna-
he does the same eye squints.
I don't want to wait. I'm just gonna pull it up so that everybody can take a look right now.
That's cool.
Oh, up to 103.
Yeah.
Up to 103. It's going up. Let's go, people.
Isn't that
Keep
funny
hitting that.
how it happens? It's like
hitting
everybody told me, they were like, Kickstarter, the way it goes, the very first day you get a big old jump, you kind of plateau, slowly rise until the end, and then everybody at the end again. And I'm like, really? And it's done exactly that. So
Yeah,
here we are.
I've been looking forward to this all week. Obviously, you know that. I've posted it like
Right.
50 times or something. you know, that's how
Me
you got to
too.
do it.
So
That's how you got to do it.
absolutely.
Especially you want everybody to know this last chance.
Yeah.
This is it. 90
Hey.
minutes, 89 minutes. Last chance. Come get
Yeah.
it. You know.
Throw five
Um,
dollars at it. Get the PDF. I mean, at least that way you can follow the story because it's an interesting story, and we got 13 episodes coming at you for that first arc. So don't
okay.
miss out on
Now,
finding out.
my question is: there going to
Yeah.
be a catch-up tier when you do book 2?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Why? I mean, yeah, of course. We would be stupid not to.
Well,
I'm gonna do an overprint anyways. I'm hoping to go to cons and take some to wholesalers and stuff like that. But if I have any extra, then we can use those. So there still might be some first editions floating around. Um, we'll see. But I mean, even if not, we'll rerun a second. We'll do a second print. Absolutely.
right, right.
Why would if you're just finding us and it's already been printed and you haven't gotten a first copy, come along.
Woo!
Hi,
There
James.
you go.
Thank you.
There you go. Good job.
Yeah. Well,
Thank you, James.
my hope is that every campaign the goal gets a little less, instead of more, just depending on what we can do.
Right.
If we can exceed our goal and then that goes towards the next one, it's like we're slowly building that nest egg, which all that is for is paying towards the next one. So
Yep.
we just keep, moving it forward, moving the project forward, keeping Marco busy. So instead of, 8 pages, maybe we get 12 done before we Kickstarter the next one. So,
Right.
you know, so the goal is, I mean, eventually we'd like to do a whole episode ahead. You know what I mean? So we can Kickstarter the next one. But, this one's done.
Yeah.
So just
It's
some
awesome.
thoughts. Mm-hmm.
And if there's anybody new out here watching, if you haven't seen Laurie's stuff, this is really good. Should we go with the video first, or?
Yeah, let's do
All
it.
right. All right. Here we go. Now y'all get your Southern on. Get ready for this.
Right.
Wow, that was exciting. Wait a second. That's better. Hello, everybody. It's your fellow nerd, Laurie Calcaterra. I am the writer-creator of Path of the Pale Rider, and I just wanted to take a minute to tell you why you should back our project. So we have this awesome comic book, right? And you get to follow Jude St. Clair through the apocalypse. He's looking for answers of why the dead don't die. So yeah, it's apocalypse, it's horror, we have zombies, but the zombies are a little different. And you know what? No spoilers. You're going to have to read to find out. So the next part of the project is the short films. So we follow Jude's journey in the comic, but there's so many other things that are happening in this world that I figured we could explore those things with a short film. So every episode that comes out, there'll be a short film with it, and it will show other aspects of things that are happening. And the coolest part about these is, that's right, these are interactive. So that means you as the reader can be part of the next short film. So you have to join the Facebook group to get the details, and then all the video submissions come to me for editing, and then we make one big thing, and for the next Kickstarter, you could be a part of the film. So the last part of the project is the scavenger hunts and the Easter eggs. So every comic is going to have something for you to solve, maybe tiny little breadcrumbs to follow. And that will take you to a place where you get to experience additional content that's just for the people that solve the riddles. Gotta solve the riddles, guys. So we got a lot of moving parts. We got the comic book, we got the short films, we got the Easter eggs. But what I really need is you. I need your support in order to bring this world to light. I would love to have you just scroll through those rewards, see which one works for you. We have a lot of different varying covers to choose from. We got a lot of different packages that might fit you. So I thank you for your support. And one last thing, remember, when you're in the apocalypse, swords don't run out of bullets.
Good words to live by. Because,
Mute myself. I'm sorry. This is factual information that she is imparting upon us. Swords do not run out of bullets. They can lose their edge, though.
that is true, and they can break, depending on their quality. So if you find a good blade and you can maintain it, and it's essential to your survival, it's key that you do that. Yeah. It's not like the kitchen knife where it gets dull and you toss it in because just buy a new one.
No, you gotta,
Right? You gotta sharpen the bad boy, yeah. Keep it sharp.
Yeah.
Just like your mind.
Path of the Pale Rider, y'all.
There's Jude. That's Jude St. Clair. He's our cowboy in the apocalypse. And if you look at what he's wearing, it kind of gives you a clue like, maybe we're not in the Old West. We might be in the New West.
Right.
So, knee pads and shoulder pads and what's that on his chest?
What is that on his chest?
It's called a disc. So for those who haven't heard our other talks, what it is it shows the heartbeat of the person wearing it. So if you're alive and you tap it, it will show the heartbeat visually. It will blink a certain color and it will have the audio of the heartbeat. But if you're undead, it will just flatline and emit the alarm noise because you're dead. So it's a very easy way for someone like who's in law enforcement position just to kind of walk up and tap it and see what your status is.
Now, I just want you to know there are like a ton of people streaming right now.
Cool, everybody. Thanks for coming on. I'm excited.
No, I didn't say watching. I said streaming. It's like there are like 50 different shows on right now.
Oh, so other people are streaming?
Yeah, on different, different
I
shows
see.
are on. I'm like, so I'm kind of like trying to network a little bit. Hey, yo, launch party over, or countdown over here.
Yeah.
But
Come
there
over
are
for a little
really
bit.
lot
Come
of
see what
shows
we're
on.
doing.
Yeah,
stop in.
What I was gonna say is, when you launched this, did you plan on a Sunday evening ending?
I kind of looked at it with my publicist and he recommended a date, so maybe he did. I probably didn't know at that time, what would be a good launch and what would be a good ending. So
This is my suggestion to you in the
Yeah.
future, and this is from a person who budget very, very strict budget.
Yes.
Most people get their direct deposit Thursday night or Friday. By Sunday night and Monday, that money's gone.
That's funny. That's why we launched on a Friday. So that was his suggestion, is to launch on a Friday, which we did. So
Link witty channel name.
What's that mean?
I love that. I love that. I got you, Tank.
Me.
I got you, Tank. Hold on.
Me.
Tank's gonna want to add your character to the Chromtastic collage. That's what Tank's.
Ooh. Jude St. Clair or Big James? Which one?
Tank.
Or Prince?
Tank the Fairy. he's big part of what I got going on right now.
Oh, gotcha.
And he's like a co-host and a supporter and a artist in his own right, for sure.
Cool.
An amazing
Hello,
artist.
Tank. Nice to meet you.
Now, so go ahead and give everybody the story rundown for those who haven't seen this before. And also I had one other question real quick. After the campaign's over,
Yeah.
how do people still get this book? Can they still get it like after they're printed? Will you have a .com address somewhere where they can pick it up still?
Yeah, I'm gonna update the web page so
Okay.
that people can, and I have an email set up. I just created a new email for Path of the Pale Rider, that people can shoot stuff to me specifically about the comic book. So as we grow, we'll get more sophisticated, but yes, we'll still be able to order books after the campaign is over. I promise you, because we don't want to lose out. I know anybody who's interested in reading the story. I was thinking about running an Indiegogo. I'm still looking into that. Once the comic book is completed, just to have like more people,
Yeah,
who
well
are interested in ordering the book.
that was
Hmm.
kind of where I was going, partly because there's some people that won't use Kickstarter, but at the same time, as
Yeah.
soon as you said you're going to make them available on your .com, then let's promote your .com.
Okay.
You see what I'm
Let's do
saying?
that.
It's like why
Yeah.
give I'm to the point where it's like why give these guys 10%? Can you imagine the web page you could build with that $500 that you're about to give them?
That's true.
I'm just being a devil's advocate kind of guy. It's
No,
like
I'm open to any suggestions. Yeah, any
well, I mean,
suggestions
we're
because again, this
building
is my
a
first time.
network. We're trying to
Yeah.
build a network big enough where the promotion. I mean, really, you did the promotion, not Kickstarter.
Right.
You
Right.
did the work, right? You went on the shows. You got people's attention. Why, if you have a place to actually sell the book, and you have people like me and all these other guys that are willing to have you on our shows and talk about it, we can just as easily put your .com there as a Kickstarter address.
Good
You
idea.
see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that could pay for all your shipping. That extra
Yeah.
$500. You
Right.
see, I mean, I'm just thinking in the future. I
Gotcha.
realize everybody has to start with crowdfunding. Not everybody, but most people can't just fork up the
Yeah.
money to print a bunch of books and stuff. But once you've got one under your belt and you have a fan base and you have a .com, you got
Right.
people that support, network, and promote you. That's what we're trying to
Right.
build. You know,
Absolutely. Then if you do have to Kickstarter, like I said, your goal starts going down. Because,
yeah.
it's so funny when you hear people that are like, we funded in, 2 hours. And I'm like, but your goal was like $1,000. I'm like, I did that in 2 hours too. But I can't claim I was funded in 2 hours because my goal was 4,500 because I'm turning around a quality project with a, professional artist. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not producing the art myself, so I can't work for free. I have to pay someone to do it. And it's like I'm going to be printing 200, some odd copies of the comic. So there you go. That's another $600. So it's like, no, I can't do that.
So yeah, there you go. I mean, it's like you said, as long as you have a place where people can still get this after the campaign's over, they can still get it on the next campaign, whatever. As long as the availability's still there, we start to promote your address
Right.
during that
Okay,
in
great.
between time, right? In between campaigns, we get to promote your web address where your stuff is at, where people can just
Right.
go get it from you. You know,
Right. We don't got
um,
to pay the middleman.
trying to tell you, you know,
Mm,
you did the work.
yeah. Oh,
You did the
man.
work. They just gave you an easy place to set it up, basically, but you did the work. Um,
Hmm.
campaign for yourself, just like you would if it was on Kickstarter or Indiegogo, and sell them off. We'll have a launch party and everything when book two's ready. It doesn't matter where.
That's true.
we're telling people to go get it as long as we're telling people they can go get it. You see, that's the key right there.
Yep.
So Tank, I put that link in the Twitters there, man. In the Twitters. Um, I don't think you saw it, but it's over there.
I think someone put it there in the comments.
No, I mean I put the link to come join us.
Oh, to come join us. Gotcha.
Yeah, Tank wants the link. He said link me. See,
Oh yeah, come on in. We'll
I
talk
think
about
that's what he
things.
wanted. If not, then there it is, link. There it is, Tank. You can go look at it. But if you want to come in, you can come join us
Whatever
too.
link. Come join us. Come talk about
Yeah,
stuff. Come ask questions about the world because it's pretty complicated. It's pretty dark. And I love it when people ask me questions because every time someone thinks of something new that we haven't talked about yet. So
right.
let's do it. So yeah, can I read the story? The story
Yes,
section? All
yes.
right. So, what would you do upon death if your soul didn't leave your body? You are now trapped in decaying flesh, and the world no longer makes sense. Forgetfulness, violence, or indifference set in. People, animals, insects, the death process has been broken for all. 10 years into the apocalypse, most people just try to scrape by, but Jude St. Clair is tirelessly searching for the answer to the question, why do the dead no longer die? What will he discover? Government conspiracy, chemical spill, meteor from space, sentient yogurt? Come with Jude and his trusty horse, Prince, on their path through famine, riots, and the fall of society as they try to survive long enough to uncover the truths, each more unbelievable than the next. You don't want to miss this extraordinary journey through the wasteland. Can Jude heal the world or succumb to an eternity of decay? So there you have it, people. It's yeah, zombies, but not zombies. You're still
But
you.
then again, zombies.
But then again, zombies. It's like you're still decaying and walking around, and you're stuck here. But yet, like we break the zombie trope where it's like if you shoot them in the head, then they're done. There is no escape in
They
this
just
world.
come
There is
back.
no death. They're just stuck here. Everybody's stuck here.
And now half the
Um,
head's missing. They still walking around going.
This is yes. You can lose hands. You could be stuck in the belly of an animal and still be around. I
Ooh,
mean, like you could
ooh,
be
ooh, see
tormented
that?
forever. It's pretty bad. And of course, with animals and insects being added to that, fish, whatever, anything that can die is now a zombie version of itself if it dies. Um, Creates
Um,
famine.
James, no, that's why I was asking her how we can still get the book afterwards because Kickstarter doesn't have an in-demand option. But like I
Right.
said, as long as we know there's a .com that we can go get this, we'll make sure we tell people where they can go get this.
Yeah.
Count on me to do my job, brother. That's what I do. Oh my God, we can really see him.
Hello.
What's up, party people? How you doing? Can you hear me all right?
I'm
I can
good.
hear
How
you
are
and I can
you?
see you too.
I know, right?
Holy crap!
Crazy.
What's up, Tank? How you doing?
What's up, everybody? How you doing?
We are
Good.
talking about this beautiful book in its last hour and 10 minutes, I think, something like that.
Yeah, we're getting close to
Yeah,
the end
this
here.
one really catches my attention. I like it.
Yes.
Dude, this is beautiful. Uh-oh, party time.
Christy! I was hoping
Yeah,
you'd jump
buddy.
on. Hi.
Hi. Hey, Tank, what's up? Hey,
Let's
got to see your
everybody
face.
welcome the little demon on my shoulder that whispers horrible things into my ear, and I often do them.
That's okay. We should all do that. But hey, Laurie, congratulations
Hi.
and all that.
Thank you. I'm going. I'm
Uh-oh.
excited. We're
Uh-oh.
almost done here. Uh-oh. What? We got the crew now.
Christy has arrived. It's time to talk about death, destruction, mayhem, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
Death,
And that's
dying, and
pretty much
destruction.
kind of what this book is, really.
Yeah.
You want to tell about this cover? This cover's awesome.
Yeah, so this is the A cover. Marco DeFillo is the illustrator of the whole thing. This is his cover. When you get down to the 8-page preview, there's a situation that happens with Jude and this glass where he makes the decision to pick up this glass while he's on the road, and that ultimately has some really bad consequences. But this is Marco's take on like humanity. So, once the death process is broken, people are just shattered. Like nobody knows how to react or what to feel, and then we're just broken. Society, families, everything, it just all kind of falls apart. So, um, I love this that he did all those shards of glass with a different reflection. The violence to it, how violent this world is. The color red is really powerful. Like it's just amazing. It really tells a lot about this world just in this small, one page cover. It's amazing. So
I think
yeah.
I'm trying to remember there was a Greek tale where death was stopped, or like I think they kidnapped the god of death. They think they kidnapped Thanatos, or something happened where death wasn't happening for a while. And it was causing a lot of misery because people were just getting older and older, and things, they were pretty much withering away, but they couldn't die. And so finally, I'm trying to remember which mythology was that. I mean, in Greek, like who did what, but I remember there was a thing. Hey, Ink.
I like it.
Here's my
But see, this goes animals and everything. It's like nothing.
Yeah.
That was the
It's
thing in the Greek tale. Everything, like nothing was dying at all. Like people weren't dying, and people were like, oh, but that would be cool if there wasn't any death. It's like, well, if you remained young forever, sure, but if you were getting older and older and older, it sucks. I think actually, I think it was one goddess, like she fell in love with a mortal prince in Greek mythology too. And she fell in love with him, and she wanted to get married, but she said, okay, grant him immortality. But for some reason, I guess Zeus didn't think of granting him eternal youth. So he got older and older, and that's how crickets happened. So it's like that sucks.
Good job, Zeus.
In a basket.
Couldn't fix it. Zeus couldn't really. When dude started to get old, you couldn't go, oh shit, we got to stop that. Zeus.
I don't know. We're done now. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It was weird.
You're on top of it.
I know, like the Greek gods, like they could do things and they could do all the things, but yet they didn't.
They could do stuff, but they couldn't fix it.
Right. It's like they didn't think it all the way through before they did it. They're like, this sounds great. Pull the trigger. Oh.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just trying to remember who put the pause on death and how that happened. And I know it happened in Greek mythology. Like there was this one tale, like where death wasn't happening for a while, and then people would get older and older and older and stuff. I mean, they wouldn't rot away, or at least that's not, I was a kid when I read it, so they didn't talk about bodies rotting, but people would get older and older and older, and nobody would die, and that was actually a bad thing. So
it sounds like remember Animaniacs? Time for another good idea, bad idea. Good idea. Asking for eternal youth. Bad idea. Asking for eternal life.
Why are you gore dancing me? Sorry, my cat's standing on me.
I ain't.
Yeah. So check out this page.
What they do.
Yeah.
So Jude's on the road. They're going on this really dangerous cliffside road. Big sign that says "Dead Bear." Like, wonder what's down this road.
Now, dead bear, but we know nothing's dead, right?
Right. But you don't know yet. You know what I mean? It's like, well, if you're a first-time reader and you're looking at this, right? Of course he knows. But like they said, we've done this before. Let's take precautions. And this is a really nice page to me. It shows the relationship between Jude and Prince, where they kind of have a conversation. They both decide they want to go forward. And he gives her an early birthday present. He gives her these shoes that kind of muffle her feet so she can be quiet and they can survive. So just that last panel is so nice. I like it.
The page layouts. The page layouts are fantastic. I love the changing of the angles. I love the camera coming in and out. The width of the shot. This is good visual storytelling. I can't read the words on my tiny little cell phone, but I can
Right.
infer a story from looking at the pictures. This is what I want to see from comics
Yeah.
with stuff like
Thank
this.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
Marco
words
is
pretty
fabulous.
much
This is
say
all
what you
Marco.
see. The words
Yeah.
pretty much say what you see. It's it's like
Well, he can't read it
he's
because it's too small.
right. I'm just letting him know. The
Oh,
words pretty
okay.
much say what you see in the pictures.
Now that's
You know.
beautiful. That's what the word
Yeah.
should do: is add to or confirm what I am visually
Right.
experiencing, and
Well,
I enjoy it.
it's like the letter. People don't understand with lettering. It's part of the artwork or the whole layout.
Yes.
Like that's the
Thank
thing.
you.
Sometimes I hate it. It jars me when I read comics and it's the wrong font. I'm like, please don't use that fucking font.
Yeah. Yeah.
I look at him like, this font sucks.
He is
It really
here.
jars my eyeball. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like people think that you have to like do all these, follow all these rules, and it's true. You have to kind of follow rules in comic making, but the thing is that you're making a visual presentation, so you have to have the font that sticks out.
Right.
So,
Hail the Q
It sticks out or it
continuum.
doesn't. Like it has to make sense to the scene. So
Yeah.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
yeah, like some people go like, "Oh, it's a Comic Sans serif is terrible." It's like, while I do agree it's terrible, that's not the point. It's like it has to fit.
Right. It's like you can pick a different font and that's fine, but just make sure it's visually pleasing to what's going on. So,
And there's
yep, here's
tons of.
Jude
Yeah, go ahead.
going around. Yeah, so here's our first time we see like a zombie. And so we don't really know the rules yet, Episode 1 is kind of hard to understand what the rules of the world. That's why it was so important for me to come out and talk about it. But we have this person that's crushed under a boulder for eternity holding something in their hand, and Jude just happens to, come across and makes the decision to yank it out of this hand. The hand explodes into his face. It goes flying into the air. Probably not the best decision on his part. I'm just saying.
So in this world, the zombies don't eat people. They just kind of like just roam around.
Yeah, I mean, they're still intelligent for a short period of time. So if you were undead later this evening, you would probably be pretty much the same. You know what I mean? It's not until you start to decay and things don't work right, including your brain, which really leads to them, shambling around, not knowing what's going on. So
yeah, but they're not
they're just people.
Yeah, it's not like the hordes of undead that want to eat you or something like that.
Correct. They're not trying to eat people. They're just there. They're just trying to make a living.
Well,
it's
kind of like they kind of would remind me of the homeless in downtown LA.
It's like it's an unliving.
It's an unliving.
They kind of like walk around and stuff like that, but yeah.
Yeah. Like
I love how dude's hand comes apart. He pulls that glass out of dude's hand. Dude's hand just comes apart.
No, great focusing. The artist. This is something I rarely see, and it's sad because this is why I'm telling people like get yourself a breakdown artist. I see plenty of good artwork but bad layouts, and these page layouts are great.
Thank you.
Great
focus. I will pass that along. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I am a stickler for that. Ask Pops.
Yeah,
I'm picky.
This is one of my favorite pages. This one.
I kind of wonder to myself, like, did Marco have to look up like fucking morgue pictures and shit like that for zombie reference?
Yeah.
Right.
Grotesque. So here he is diving for this goddamn glass. Look, he's hanging off the freaking cliff on panel 2. So he risked his life.
Rotten.com. Your one-stop shop for all your zombie reference.
It is not morgue file. That's what it is.
So dude catches it. He says, "Let's see what we found."
And it's a glass with the map of Las Vegas.
Oh, dude, that's so cool. I love it.
Little foreshadowing. We don't know what it means yet. And then, of course, in that last panel, it's almost like he wakes up from what he's doing because he's being an idiot in this world.
Yeah, like
so this bird kind of wakes him up.
That's a stupid glass.
Idiot. Yeah, just let it go.
Just go to Vegas and buy a fucking souvenir glass.
Yeah, but that map.
Is Vegas still there?
I don't know. It's your comic. I have no idea. I'm guessing.
But we don't know if Vegas is still there. But that's kind of a clue too for the reader that it's a more modern apocalypse. You know what I mean? He's not in the Old West. He's like, you don't have those kind of items in the Old West. So it's like, when is this? So
I love it too, because that's good foreshadowing too. And it as a reader, I look at that and I'm like, oh, are we going to see Vegas? Is that glass going to be broken, and like a missing part of that glass going to be the key part of the map that he really needed? You know, there 1,000 questions roam through my head as to the possibilities of what's going to happen. I want to read further. It's great book, great. I love
Thank you. So he puts it away. There he goes, putting it away. First, he calls himself stupid, because he was.
Yeah.
He has a bad feeling about this. All these birds are flying around the corner. And then, of course, here's what we find. These birds are eaten.
I wonder if the something moved around, if the skeleton was picked clean.
Well, he moves around. I don't know how long the bear would put up with that. He probably would get pissed off eventually and kick him off. He's pretty angry all the time, that one.
This is fantastic.
It's a big old bear.
There it is.
It's
so
a
you
big
see
old
this
bear.
Giant, nasty
What's
thing
he gonna do?
They're going towards it. What's the question?
I've got an imaginary figure in my head. So I'm looking at this. Is this comic, is this book black and white?
Yes.
The final product? Okay. How much have you funded so far on this?
Oh,
we're 111%. We end in how many minutes?
How much?
The goal was 45.50.
Okay.
And
Grossly
we're at
underrated.
51.21.
This
58
folks. Dude, folks, you're gonna want to get in on this.
Yeah.
You're gonna want to get in on this, because this is underrated, underappreciated.
Thank you.
And the next book that's coming out is going to be everywhere. Which you're going to have had one of these collectible first prints. This is something that's going to be collectible. I like this. This is very high quality.
Thank you. I think so too. Like, I'm excited to start putting them out. What?
It makes me sad to see books like this and The Company Man go fly under the radar. And this is the quality that we're looking for when we complain about mainstream not putting out good stuff, not stuff that's imaginative, good storytelling. Like, this is that stuff that we want to spend our money on. We want to make this business happen. Let's do this.
Yes, let's do this. We got 57 minutes. People, go get one.
Hurry the fuck up and go and support her. And somebody in Quentin wrote, I thought I heard shitbird.
I love shitbird.
Shitbird is like the terminally stupid person that fucking does all this shit.
That is not shitbird, although it does say shit and there's birds.
And then there's a bird.
Basically.
It's the uncameo. It's an uncanny uncameo.
I mean, I see this playing in my head as like a movie. Can you imagine like the anticipation, the intense silence of what is going on here, where they're trying so hard to be quiet to go over this bear? Because you'll find out earlier in the comic from, there's I think 8 pages before this, what's actually happening. And it's like he either has to go over this thing or he has to turn around and go home. And they make this decision, so here they are. And then here you get a real good look at that gnarly bear. Like, ugh.
Oh, look at that.
I think that
I love the little panel. It's like
I kind of have
stepping
to, like,
on the edge. Whoa.
It's kind of funny. I wonder if like some things have happened where the thing, like anything that's living, like raises its arm or something and it just falls off. It's like, oh fuck,
Can you imagine? This bear has claimed so many lives, I'm sure, because this is where he is on this road.
Under an hour left in Path of the Pale Rider. Go check it out. Link's right there. Link is right there. Go check it out.
I find it ironic that you call him Jude, because Jude is a saint, basically one of the apostles of Jesus.
What? What is he this patron saint of?
Well, the Saint Jude of, not Judas. That's a different one.
No.
Often confused.
Correct.
Saint Jude. Yeah.
St. Jude is
St.
usually
Jude.
healing hopeless causes and petitions, basically, and children.
Hopeless causes. So that's kind of what this character is named for, because he's been wandering the apocalypse for 10 years looking for answers, and it's just hopeless. So
See, folks out there, this is the type of stuff that Tank Ferret Presents wants to publish. Right here. This is the type of stuff that I want to publish.
Yep.
And we are going to
This is
be
the kind of
we're
stuff
putting
I
out
want to
stuff
promote.
like this.
Send
This
me an
is
email. Look at this
talk
foot.
to me offline, because I'm setting up display. We're going to be at the upcoming Savannah Comic-Con.
Cool.
And we have 2 exhibitor booths and 2 artist alley booths.
Oh, nice.
Set up. We have a dynamic display area. That's also where we're going to be launching the World War Hell tabletop game campaign live from the convention. We are the big headliner at this convention. We scooped it out. We came in and bought the priority spot, and we're going to have a display area for stuff we like. And it's going to be like, we got a little display that's going to be set up. It says Tank Ferret Presents Stuff We Like. So contact me, and I would love to get a physical copy for people, like a store copy where people can get their grubby fingers all over it and thoroughly enjoy. And we would direct them right to your marketplace. That's the whole intent of this display cable, is to just share the love.
Yes, well, let's talk about that. I definitely want to talk about that, like, because we have 8 pages done. That's all we have right now until that's what the Kickstarter is for. But we can print those 8 pages. We have covers, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the text is done, so it's like you could have you can have one of those on there. And we have Marco created us a QR code, so we could stick that out in there somewhere so people can scan it and go right to. Well, the QR code is for the Kickstarter, so we need a new QR code.
This is not until late July. This convention is in late July.
Perfect.
So no big rush.
I've
got a business going on here, so I'm always working way in advance.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent.
And we want to. We're part of that whole rising tide movement, right? Because a rising tide lifts all ships, and that's what we want. That's the only way that we're going to become the mainstream, to get our shows. To get our, people use the word Netflix like it's a cuss word, but it's like, dude, come on now. If you could, have executive rights over your own creation and get it out there, why wouldn't you? Get into the multimedia, present your stories. That's the whole point, right? To tell a story. And I see this. I could see this as a feature film. I could see this.
That's how I wrote it, and that's how I see it. Yes. I would love to see it broken out into episodes, kind of like and follow like the comics. So episode 1 is this, episode 2 is this, because there's 13 of them for the first arc. I'm writing the second arc. I'm about 7 episodes into that. There will be a third arc. I'm not sure if there'll be a fourth, because I do have a definite ending. I don't know how to get there. So, but I mean, with the action. With the action that we have in these, it could be a full 20-30 minute episode, or maybe longer, depending on the what's going on in the episode. So
I love
that's
it.
how I see it too.
I'm so happy that you successfully funded this and you broke your funding. That is outstanding work. Good job. I'm sad that it hasn't funded triple.
I know, but you know what? It's like we have to start with baby steps. I'm happy to get where we have gotten, and I know that once the first episode is out there, when people can experience the whole first issue, they're going to start chomping at the bit for the next one. Because of my writing style, I always leave it so you're wondering what the hell's happening next.
I'm kind of wondering what kind of fucked up roar that's going to be, because if its larynx is all like decaying, like that. Because how some cats, they sound like
eerie double voice.
They sound broken, like that with it.
Yeah, it would definitely be fucked up for sure. It would not sound like a bear. Woo.
Or it'd be sound decaying.
Nightmares.
Yeah, like one time.
This is something that we want to show off to people at the Savannah Comic-Con, at the Savannah Convention Center, and get them to your store, because we ain't greedy over here at Tank Ferret Presents, man. We We want to see stuff. We want to see this. We want to see Demon Bitch. We want to see Bushi Boo Circus. We want to see
Hell yeah.
the Destroyer and all this other stuff. We want to see them be as big as Lady Death and Cyber Frog and She and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and stuff. You know, we want to see, you know, Judge Dredd, The Tick, you know, all these great indie creations. I want to see this stuff up there. Umbrella Academy, you know, like I want to see more of this. And I like it.
I'm just laughing at. I was just thinking every time I hear the word frog, I think of Pepe the Frog.
Have you seen the Cyber Pepe the Frog? It's hilarious.
I have not seen
It's like Cyber Frog, but it's Pepe the Frog.
I kind of feel bad for the comic book creator of Pepe, the comic creator of Pepe, because he never wanted this whole thing to become way.
Like a giant meme.
I just drew a stoner comic.
Yeah, no, he's a gentle stoner. The creator is just this gentle stoner, like one of the gentlest people I've ever run across. And they're just like, I didn't want this. But it's like, dude, it's so good though. Like, imagine.
I just thought that the idiots on 4chan and 2chan just screwed it up for him, I think. They just made a whole thing about it, and it's like it had nothing to do with it. Okay.
Well, you know, 4chan is where things go to get ruined. And we had a very special person pop in without his regular intro. So let me go ahead and say, "What's up, Doc?"
What's cooking?
Welcome back, sir.
I couldn't see his face, so I didn't know if he was ready for the big intro or not.
We always got him covered.
Well, he's got to get his coffee. That's what Doc's got to do.
Always after the coffee.
How you doing, sir?
I needed the break from the real world. It's been busy. Been busy.
Yeah,
I know what you mean, dude. I had to like crash out today because I had that really fucked up cold that has been going around that everybody thought was either COVID or not or whatever, and that sucked. Well, that had never been that sick for a while, and then I had a convention to go to after I got better. So, so today I was like,
back, you guys, you got this. Talk about that big ugly bear.
All right.
Oh,
we got
the Big James splash page.
Roar.
Look at him, man. Okay, but back up. I mean, like, Big James is impressive and scary and gruesome, but look at Jude's face.
Dude, I'm absolutely loving this art. It's fantastic.
The art is good.
Marco was just able to capture that, like the horror movie moment where, like, you think you've killed the bad guy or you've escaped, and then they stand up behind you, and you're like, "Fuck, they're behind me, aren't they?" You know. Like, and they just has that moment.
I will give this to Sydney. She says, "Not coming back in my world," and shot him in the fucking head.
Right?
Yeah, it's because the guy would like
the hard part
all the time. So it's like. So he just said, so they broke some of the tropes, but then the thing is that she just said, he's not coming back, not in my world. And she shot like the boyfriend in the first one. And I think in the second or third one, she shot her brother in the head.
Damn.
Yeah.
Like that.
Him.
Right. I mean, in this one, it's like, you can shoot Big James all you want. He's still going to take you out. So there's pages after this. I'm really excited. I'm super excited to see how Marco tackles this. Because you will see the resolution of this in episode 1. It's meaty.
Tank, what were you showing us on your cap?
Oh, it's my hat, man. I drew this.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
Yeah, all the way around to the back.
Well, I can't invigorate you, so I can't really see it.
No, that's no worries. I was just actually looking down at something real quick. But it is convenient, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh yeah, no, Scalpel Zero, and it's me.
You drew yourself on your hat?
No. That's my flagship character, Scalpel Zero prototype Cyber Droid from the year 2065, in alternate Earth, where the Soviets never fell. Oh yeah, Trotsky's Soviet Union. It's international. And not in with only 80% bloodshed. Yeah,
With only a touch of violence.
But
that's
fewer
right.
calories.
Fewer
For
calories.
calories.
Fewer
More bloodshed.
calories.
Ooh.
We actually might have something there. Yeah, no, it's a sci-fi I'm working on. Got a video game coming out. Got a couple of comics coming out.
Cool.
Yeah. No, and I love it. You know that. Oh, Christy. Yeah, I'll talk to you later, but I'm gonna throw you like a bunch of cash and just purchase some merch. Because my Kickstarter stuff got all fouled up.
Oh no, what happened?
No.
It only gave you $1. So keep that $1 as a tip for now, and as my toe in the door, please stop slamming. No, but when I get moved and I've got my finances cleared up, I'm going to throw you like $100 for some stuff. I just want to buy a bunch of stuff. It sucks, but I'm gonna throw you cash, friends and family, over on PayPal or Venmo it to you, whatever the hell is.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Wait, yours?
After I can't adjust it and address that until I get moved, because like right now I'm supposed to be on the road, but the RV is had an electrical failure. So
Ooh.
yeah, luckily we just finished visiting with the grandparents and all the uncles and aunts and stuff for the kids. I do have this shirt that I am wearing. It's my really awesome dad rad shirt. That the kids got me, and I was like, oh, it's just terrible. I love it.
Now, what name did you back under? I'm sorry.
Weston Duggenstar. My real name. Oh no, docs.
Mm.
I'm not hiding it.
Okay, I remember.
Oh, don't even try it. We know your real name's Tank Ferret.
Actually, when I get to Illinois and do my license over there, I'm getting a real ID. And I just said, you know what, F it. I'm gonna register Tank Ferret as an alias.
There you go.
Do it.
I'll super that stuff and protect my name. Because I am,
absolutely.
we got the LLC paperwork. It's in motion and whatnot. We're just waiting for the approval. And all the bylaws are done, corporate stuff, and all that stuff is set up. I've got my board of directors, and then all that stuff set up. Blah blah blah, boring business talk. But we got all that set up.
We did the same.
Yeah,
we did the same.
And we're a publisher, and with the network I've got, we're getting merch on demand, but not from one of those crappy on demand sites. So if we're out of stock, we can just go ahead and people can still place an order and get their product in a reasonable amount of time. And it's made in the USA, and it's a local owned business. So we've got that set up now. We're working for the same for UK, so that way we can deliver that same kind of product to the European market. And we almost have that nailed down. We're just getting some numbers, and then baby, it's going.
I say, James, I went to work about an hour before the show. She had 100 backers. I sent her a message. We were talking about it. She was at 100. I went and shared it out to like a crap ton of Facebook groups right before the show started. So we're working. We're all working.
No, dude, that's a great turnaround, man. We got 2 extra backers. That's fantastic.
I'm gonna claim all 4. I'm just saying.
Tank, we haven't. No, I would say all 4 for sure. But Tank, we still haven't talked about the cool things outside of the comic book, because there's other stuff going on here. The comic is kick ass. The comic is kick ass. That's where the meat and potatoes, the death, dying, destruction. And it's but there's more. There's
more.
Tell me more.
Yeah.
Is this the perfect quintessential?
I have to wait for him to scroll
facial expression though?
I know. But for real, if you go to the Kickstarter page and you look at the very top where it has the pictures, the sketches that Marco did of Jude, where he's making all the different expressions, it's that's amazing. And if you can't see the Clint Eastwood reference in there, maybe you need to go watch some more Clint Eastwood.
I'll show it.
Marco did a fabulous job. Yeah.
It is Batwoman.
Yes, it is. That's it right there. I was like, someday, if the stars align and this gets to be made into a live action, maybe we should ask if Scott Eastwood could do it.
Yes. His
Just
father's spitting image.
yeah, I was like, I just want to throw that out there.
Christy.
She's on her phone. She's not reading it. He wants to know if you've been eating ramen, Christy. What the heck?
Oh, I have been eating ramen. Yeah, I have. I have been
super
eating
spicy
ramen.
kind.
Oh, the
Supposed to be good
bulldog
for your immune system.
I
Yeah.
haven't eaten that yet. I haven't eaten that yet. It's actually kind of expired. But I ate
Oh.
two packets. And then you know what? Nita fucking left. So I said, fuck you then.
She did. She like goaded you into eating it, and then she took off. And I was like, oh.
I'm never fucking doing that in front of her. She's got to stay.
So yeah, man, if you
funny.
like, if you share the stream out to more places, then there's a good chance you can get more backers. So tell all your friends, yo.
Yeah, you guys.
Yeah,
go
yeah.
and, like share her stuff and everything.
All my friends
Yeah.
are here.
My
Share,
doc
share
sounds
some
like
more.
me. These are my friends.
All my friends are already here.
I'm so happy because today I found my friends.
There you
They're
go.
in my head.
Thank you, Lee. I've been doing my best to do something every day so that people, will see us. Because sometimes when you're scrolling, the algorithm doesn't work that day or whatever. It might not be that day, but it might be like the next day or the day after that you finally see my posts. And you'll get to see different stuff when you start following, because it's like I'm not just, showing like, here's our Kickstarter. But I'm like, look, we have secret messages, we have riddles, these are our variants, It's like, here's the short film. I shared that out to the world, and it's like, if you're not on the Kickstarter page, you can still watch the short film. Scrolling.
Scrolling.
Big ugly bear. Okay, that's where we were.
That's where we left off. You can skip that video. It's just me talking to other podcasters, and they're giving
And here's
reactions. So there's me.
Laurie. And Laurie has a martial arts background.
Yeah.
She's influenced by all these cool things that she's kind of mixed into this book,
Yeah.
Walking Dead.
East of West,
little
Invincible,
Mad
Attack
Max.
on Titan, The Matrix,
Yeah.
Watchmen, Star Trek, Power Rangers. I mean, I'm a huge nerd.
So what kind of
And
merch
then
you
my
got?
course membership. What's that?
What kind of merch you got?
Merch?
Well, yeah, merch.
Merchandising.
I love merch.
We got
I'm a merch guy.
stickers.
Ooh,
I ran an early bird special with stickers.
Oh,
So we have a limited
ooh.
edition sticker. There's only going to be 50 of those. I might have some extra
Oh.
on this campaign, but I know that in the future those are going to go like a lot quicker than they did this time. We have keychains. So we have one where it's like, if you want the PDF, but you just want something, that you want to have that's Path of the Pale Rider merch, we have keychains, but you can always add those to something else. We have lots of different variant copies, of course. We have patches. Some of the patches were worn in the riot scene of the short film, which you'll see what I'm talking about. Those are cool because they're on armbands. They look legit. What else? We have t-shirts. The $100 level, we will draw you into the comic book. We got a lot of people that back that level, so Marco's going to be busy drawing people's likeness. But then we'll probably squish you. I mean, like, we kill people all the time in this comic, so I guarantee you're going to be like, oh, there I am. Oh, I'm dead.
Oh, that's great. I know people like Seven of this one big crowdfund supporter. He's an exclusive Indiegogo guy, but I think he's been killed in something like a dozen different comics at this point. Yep.
It's hilarious. It's awesome. I want to be killed. I already have a scene picked out, where Marco can draw me in and then kill me. I'm excited. It won't be for a while, but it's there.
You sometimes wonder how you'd look like in a cartoon, because I sort of wonder, like for me, I can draw myself and I'll look like myself or something, but somebody else that draws me, it might be kind of a little different.
Right. I'll be like, I don't know.
Like, I don't know if that's me, dude.
Right.
Like,
Where are we going?
Mm,
Pops. Oh, there
trying to get
was
the whole
one
picture.
level. Oh, gotcha. There was one level that had a Funko Pop, but that went like my second backer grabbed that one. There was only one, so that's gone. So here's
I
here's our
want a Pops
variants.
Pop.
You want a Pops Pop? Order it. You can get them off of Etsy.
Yeah, I know. I just have to actually have money.
I know that's the key. If they're gonna custom make you one with your likeness, they're a pretty penny. They're not
Like,
cheap. That's why I was like, I'm only doing one of these.
I've
That's all right.
I've taken
That's all right,
a
Pop. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
okay. I've just taken a break, like supporting like the past week because I was really sick. I'm like I'm lying in my ass in bed, like trying to like finish recovering, and then all of a sudden it's like, hey, come on, come on, come on, come on. I'm like everybody. That's why I was on my phone. Like people are now hitting me up. I'm like, fuck. Can I just like
they know you're alive again.
yeah, you're actually moving. I'm like,
Like, but I'm not really. I'm just here for a short time. Then I'm going back to bed.
yeah, I'm gonna go sleep. I mean, as I said, I'm not sick anymore,
She's
but
on the show. Leave her alone. Talk to her later. Eve. Go back, Laurie's book right now.
Yeah. What time we got left, man? To look.
You have.
This is absolutely
34
fantastic. I want to see more. I want to see more of
34
this, and this is great. This is absolutely fantastic. And I would like to talk to you because this is something that I have an untitled, unspecified, upcoming multimedia project coming out, where I am
Really?
licensing IPs for it.
Okay.
So I want to talk, and I got to get you the NDA and everything of the sort, just to formality, really, because we're all
No, I'm familiar
honorable
with
folks
NDA,
here.
so you're good.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
send out stuff for mine. I mean, I know what I have, so I'm like, sign this,
Well,
please.
I keep telling folks, I'm like, look, you just need a simple, non-threatening, ironclad NDA, and it's a boilerplate kind of deal. So find a lawyer who's diplomatic and get one from them.
or there's counsel for creators that actually works too. I found out that they can do multi-state. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, counsel for creators. Check them out, Laurie. It's like $95 a month.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. You can get so you're familiar with this, and I always encourage other creators as well. I'm like, look, I hear leaks of your project, man. I don't want to hear leaks. You got to make sure that people keep their mouth shut, and usually, a signed piece of paper is enough to do it. I mean, it's not like it's not threatening. It's like not like the government ones where it's like, we'll fine you $10,000 per word and threaten you with jail time. No, it's just like, dude, shut up.
Right. It's like, if you want to share something, talk to me first. And if I say no, then you can't. But don't get all willy-nilly with your shares. Like if I say, hey, if you want to show like a sneak peek of what you're doing, fine. But we'll talk about it prior to. And that's it. That's all it is. But I hold the power because it's my story.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you're interested in more of what's going on, you have to come to me. And I release that information as needed. So
and
check
you
out
don't
this.
want it to. You don't want a leak to interfere with your marketing plan.
Right.
What if you wanted to give that little leak out later as the big wow, and you're just building up to it? You're like, yeah, this art is okay. This art is good. This art is good. But this piece over here this one just stands out from all the others. I don't want that one to get out just yet. I want to build up to that. I want to start I want to snowball it before I go kapow, shock and awe.
Which is kind of what we did with this one. Yeah, this one we released this to social media the day before we went live on Kickstarter. And this is the final cover. David Rodriguez did this one, and it's just so detailed and dark and
I love David Rodriguez's work. Absolutely.
Oh, do you know David Rodriguez?
I am familiar with his work. Yes, I think I might even have him as a pal on Facebook. I'm not sure. But I love David Rodriguez's work. I'm a big fan of intricate line art. So
yeah, amazing, right? And like it just cracks me up though because he did this like so typical zombie trope where they're coming to get you, but I was like they're maybe just like asking you about your car's extended warranty or singing you happy birthday or You know, they're pissed off because you smashed the disc, like, but they're not coming to eat you because that's not how this world works. But it just, you
They
know,
don't eat
if you're a
brains.
right, but if you're a zombie fan like I am, it speaks, you know, wonders to all
This
the things
is
that have come before, you know?
this is so many layers of zombie.
Yeah.
Okay, like they're all still their own who they were. They're still who they were, but they're
Yes.
freaking zombies.
They're still scary
Right.
as shit, man. It's like if you see a horde of undead people coming towards you and they're
It's
unpredictable.
like as if
So
you
what
saw
if
Doc for the first time walking towards you, right?
come on.
I would imagine they would all be kind of like they would all have Alzheimer's or dementia or something.
Right. Yes,
Because
that's how
they
they're kind
just
of modeled.
you,
Billy?
over time. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Or
it
they
seems
just
like
don't care about you as a living person. Maybe
Oh,
living isn't
dude.
important to them anymore. So it's like, okay, we could run you over with a car and nobody cares, you know? So
yeah.
it's an
Zombie
interesting
grandpa
place
that
to be.
dude, like imagine the zombie grandpa that thinks you're its grandchild.
Right. And you're not.
That's horrifying, and it's all being like affectionate and nice and trying to be helpful, but it's
You
completely
see, I was
incompetent.
thinking the other way, but you took it, yeah, you took it somewhere else, but that could
Right?
happen. You know what I
And
mean?
it's just
Like
so
I was more
unsettling. It's
thinking
like, oh
about,
God, just please stop hugging me.
yes, you're
You smell.
rotting, smell
Possibilities are
terrible.
endless.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
look
was
at that.
thinking the other way, where it's like your undead spouse no longer recognizes you or
Oh
gets
yeah, and
violent,
the
you
yeah,
know?
and
What
Hey,
about the
Laurie.
undead mortician?
Yeah.
Just keeps on doing his job when he's.
well,
And it keeps
they
putting makeup on people. Who said my
they
name?
they don't
Was it Doc?
recognize they don't recognize you, but they're searching for you.
Oh
Do the
God.
do the undead still have access to their assets?
In the beginning, they
If they
do
could, yeah, I guess.
because nobody knows what to do with them. It's like an undead dies, goes to the hospital, and then they send them home. What are they supposed
Well,
to
you got a small
do?
case
You
of
know what I
death.
mean? So
There's a
we'll
lot of
tackle
death
that. We'll
because
tackle that. But eventually things break down to the point where once you're undead, you are separated from everybody else, and then they would now lose access to everything, which is also devastating because you're like, wait, I'm still me, but we're
And
taking
that's
your
my
house, we're
money.
taking your car, we're taking it all because you're technically dead. So as soon as you don't have a heartbeat, whoosh, off you go.
Hey,
So
imagine
it
the
can be difficult.
like the
so hard.
billionaire investment broker who by day seven's all buy on margin.
But then at that point, are you trying to pass as living for as long as possible
Yes.
Right?
so
No,
they don't
it
kick you out?
spurs the imagination.
Yeah. So
I
we
love
we
it.
explore all of those. We explore all of those. So and if we can't explore it in the comic, we'll explore it with the additional content. So
Oh, I love that additional content. Ooh,
we
yeah.
haven't even
And
gotten there yet.
in that same additional content, we
Lee,
would
that's
need
hilarious.
Sorry, sir, your insurance doesn't cover dead, but here's an antibiotic, I guess.
Good luck to you. Go home. Here's a bill.
I mean, in that additional content, I
Oh.
could see the Pentagon being really happy about having whole battalions of undead on active duty.
Well, they don't need to
Something to
really.
think about. But can you control them?
You know,
Do they
until you
follow instructions?
until
Or
you
do you
can't.
use them as a kamikaze?
Well, I mean,
You know?
just do
Yeah,
Send
a
them
but
in
they still
and
got
blow them up?
they still
airdrop.
gotta kind of want to do that, don't they?
On a
Yeah.
on a side note, I would talk to Greg Levitt at Brain Cage because he's got a collectible tradable card game that is coming out. And
Yeah.
I think this would be a fun product for that as well, because he's looking to license Brain Cage. The company Brain Cage is looking to license IPs in order
Cool.
to bring this
And
stuff
I'm
to a
looking to
general
make
market.
games. I'm looking
Yeah,
to make games as well. I've already talked to a
yeah.
couple game makers to help me work out semantics. Of course, I'm still in campaign, so I want to finish what we're doing right now, but then I am going to be looking into other things.
Yeah,
So we
and
definitely want to do like a choose your own adventure
oh,
style
dude, yeah.
something.
Talk to Greg. Talk to Greg.
Okay.
He's got this stuff. He's got the mechanics in motion, logistics in place for a lot of this stuff. And yeah, and it's it's part of that whole, it's the rising tide movement, you know.
Cool.
It's that, you know, we're going to do profit share business, not, you know, strict money amounts. We're going to clearly define what counts as, you know, blah, X, Y, and Z, so that in simple legal language, so that way we reinforce the original purpose of a contract. The purpose of a contract is to protect all parties involved.
Yes.
Right? That's the purpose of a contract. And I've got access to a network, and I can help people out in finding a good contract lawyer that works in fair legal language. There's kind of, we talk about the nastiness that goes on in society. What we don't get to see is that there are people out that are trying to make a difference, and they do good, honest business, and they're not like weird things. You go and hire them normal, you know. So
yeah.
So
and that's
the one stretch goal. We got to.
Yeah, we did. We made a stretch goal. Yep.
Yeah.
So we're gonna send out a magnet. I got it ready to go. I was like, we're getting close to that goal. I should probably design that. So I did. So it's ready.
And if a
We
whole
did have a
bunch of
stretch
people
goal for
jump
color.
on right now, we can get to that 7,500 one where they print the episode in color.
Yeah, but it's not even that serious. Like, we can honestly go back and color another time. It's no big deal. You know?
And Brain Cage could put together a Nintendo game, a legit Nintendo game for your cartridge, ROM, and everything.
Cool.
So you should talk to Greg. Definitely.
All right.
I gotta let Laurie set this up so that we can play this video, because this is great.
So this is the short film for episode 1. I'm gonna let us watch it and then we'll talk about it. But going forward, the short films for the episodes are going to be how you call it? I've just lost my words. Interactive. So you as the reader, we're going to pick a topic, which we've already started discussing in the Facebook group. The topic in the I don't know how I want to say it, how I want to present the short film for episode 2. So you'll be able to send 30-second film clips to me, and I'm going to edit everything together. So instead of like this, on the next campaign, you will see the group effort short film, and we'll tackle a certain topic. So there's a lot of places that we can go, like I said, because not everything happens to Jude, because we only see what his path, you know, what it does to him. But like this is a commercial for an undead retirement community. So go ahead and push play. We'll take a look at
it.
When it comes to an inspired and privileged retirement, Pine Fox is where you want to be. Quality of life, peace of mind, harmony, it's all here. The setting is beautiful and peaceful. The atmosphere is lively and enriching. The amenities have something for everyone and every interest. At Pine Fox, your health and well-being is a top priority. Our community is growing and just waiting for you to join us. If making the most of your AD years matters to you, the choice is clear. Pine Fox.
Katie, time to come in. Okay, Mom.
For more information, call 216-555-3323 or visit pinefox.com today.
Very nice.
Beautiful. Fantastic. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's just something to see, like the juxtaposition of like what the commercial wants you to think the undead retirement community is versus like what's actually happening in the world.
There's a guy in our audience here, my cheese bro. Talk to Pops about getting his contact information. He does a lot of good post work, so like editing, post effects, and stuff like that. Talk to him
Cool.
because he does do a lot of like pro rata work for the group in hopes that it turns into something. And it also helps him build his demo reel as well and keep it up to date with his latest skill level because he's
Hank,
one of those people who's good and is getting better.
you just need to
Right.
email me all these contacts because
Yeah, talk
I
to
need
Pops and we'll get you connected.
Thank you. What were you going to say, Doc?
I
Are you
wasn't
raising your
gonna.
hand?
No,
I can't see
no.
you. You're
I'm,
small. I'm sorry.
I'm quietly minding my own business.
Gotcha.
I'm doing well, Quentin. Thank you for asking. I'm enjoying the show. I'm listening, taking it in. It's been a stressful week,
Yeah.
so I'm enjoying escaping into this wonderful world of imagination. This
This is
wonderful world of
fantastic.
imagination.
I want to see more
It's
of
been a
it.
week for me too. So this part right here. So every episode will have a short film, and I want to remind people like this isn't a stretch goal. This isn't something that you have to earn or unlock. We will always do a short film for every issue that comes out. No matter how big we get, we're going to continue to put out, like additional content. And then if you scroll down, this picture right here is actually our back cover, and it's a riddle. So if you figure out how to solve this riddle, it will send you to some place in the real world. And now this one is an easy one in my opinion. I've had 3 people solve it before the comic book is even out. They're gonna get harder, but it's like the additional content that you're gonna see might be like it'll send you to like a YouTube video, or there might be a phone number for you to call, or it'll ask for your address and we ship you
Love it.
something, or you know what I mean? It could be any different thing. I have all sorts of ideas planned, all sorts of cool ciphers and riddles planned, and it's just another way to kind of fall down into that rabbit hole and experience more Path of the Pale Rider in an immersive way outside of the comic book. So as a reader, this is something that I would enjoy. I wanted to make sure that we did something like this for our readers to enjoy because there's so much content out there for Path of the Pale Rider that you don't get to see in the comics. So I was like, that's it. This is what we're doing. So that's how we're going to kind of tackle, you know, seeing more stuff. So this is fun.
Yeah, and you're this is good. I like to see this. You're quite business savvy. I love to see this. I like to see true entrepreneurship, thinking of the bigger picture. The Schwartz is definitely with you. I like it.
Nice reference.
17 minutes, yo.
Yeah,
17
minutes.
Do not miss out on
106
this.
backers. Just got 2 more. Ding, ding. I'm one of them. Sorry.
Oh.
I had to get the PDF. I gotta read the whole story.
Yeah. I mean, at this time, just freaking sign on and get the PDF. We're guaranteed a comic book. PDF is really very inexpensive, and you get the story. If you don't have a ton of money right now, that's okay. But at least
That's
get the
my problem,
story
because if I had
so
more
you
money,
don't
I would
miss out.
definitely have done it.
I know.
This is
That is.
I want to sell copies of this at our big booth at Savannah Comic Con. Yeah, everybody pour as much money you can into this business so that way they can turn around and hit a retail market.
Yeah. We got
I
potential.
need
We
you to
can
have
definitely
good
go
purchasing
places.
power.
Yeah.
So I can buy in bulk.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Oh, so that's everything. That's the Kickstarter. I mean, we got all the different levels. We got all the different, covers to choose from. the three artists are fabulous. Like they all chose a different style and different topic, and you got Big James with George A. Romero feel. You got the Jude St. Clair cover with more of like the good, the bad, and the ugly feel, and then Path of the Pale, with the zombies is just so amazing.
My
So
rock.
they really did well with those
What's up,
variant
Pete?
covers.
Oh, you like,
Hey,
you like it, Rock? Rocky, come back over here.
Rocky.
Do you like it?
Puppy poo.
Oh, you really do. Rocky likes it.
Oh, thank you,
I
Rocky.
love to
We
listen to
love
him
you.
talk.
Oh.
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh.
He's always got something to say, man. Always. Huh. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm fucking tired, man.
He's still
Me
snuffing
too.
and snorting on his way up the stairs.
It's funny. All right, peeps. What do you want to talk about now?
We got
anything and
15
everything.
minutes.
They were talking earlier about like pops. I said that'd be kind of cool if they were all pops, like your stuff and like my stuff, like pop Funko Pops. I
Yeah,
said,
I want
Yeah.
a pop. I want a pops pop. I really do.
I
actually,
was
With the hat and everything. Boing, 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 boing.
but I'm thinking of like Demon Bitch as a pop, and that would be kind of frightening.
It would be hilarious. People would get one.
Yeah, like with his little
People
beady
would definitely
eyes,
get
and
one.
it's just like this rubber mouth. Like
Dude.
Yeah, it'd be
Yeah, she look
awesome.
good.
that would be, yeah.
I
She
was
look good
just
as a pop. Yo.
I was wondering
Mhm.
what my starring role would be in the next movie.
In
For
my
what?
movie?
Yes.
Why are you talking about the short film or the comic book?
Sure.
Which
Yes.
one? Which one?
All of this charm,
Okay.
charisma, and beauty cannot go to waste.
At the $100 backing level, you get to send me a front, 3/4, and side view picture of yourself for Marker to draw you in. We got some fights coming up in the next one.
No,
No.
I need to
No, you
star
want to
in.
be in the short film?
Yeah,
Yes,
Okay, there
yes.
you
he's
go,
got the
brother. You could be in the
voice and
short
all
film.
that.
You can. Oh man. So who recalls watching the Boondock Saints back in the 90s?
I remember it. Yeah.
Love that show.
Did you watch?
Movie.
Did you watch the credits?
Yes,
Shit.
Do you remember when they had the reporter walking around? It was this very meta
yes,
moment in the credits where the reporter was like, I want to hear what
yes.
people have to say. That's how we're going to do the second short film. So everybody can send me clips about what they think caused the dead not to die. So I want people to tell me their most crazy, conspiracy theory that they can think of. Is it government, chemical, alien? Someone was like, Paul McCartney did it. And I was like, okay, tell me why. Like, I want to know. I want those crazy ones that stick out. And so you'll
Yeah,
have your
I've already
your
got
15
mine.
minutes of fame, right? Not 15 minutes, because oh my God, it's a short film. But we want you to have your moment where you can be crazy and talk about, like if you were in that world, what you think caused this, apocalypse to happen.
I've got
So
mine. Where do I send it?
good.
I'm ready. I'm
To
ready.
me,
Let's do it.
to me, I'll put it out there. I have a new email address. It's potpr.info@gmail.com.
Oh, you're gonna have to put that in the chat or private chat.
I know, I will. It's it's the initials, Path of the Pale Rider. P-O,
Pot PR, bro.
Path
Come on,
of
that's perfect
the
for me.
Pale Rider.
Pot public relations. Oh, there you
I'm pretty sure it was
So,
riboflavin. What the fuck is even riboflavin?
riboflavin.
I'm just looking at the comments, like what?
He's
Oh.
saying that was the cause for it. That's what caused it. The riboflavin did it.
The riboflavin.
coming
It
up with
could be
ideas. See?
like, chemical mixtures, or like what are they changing in the paint?
It's the sodium
Or the
lauryl
drinking
sulfate.
water.
It's the
What was
Michigan
that
water,
one?
yo.
It's like the fluoride in the water causes people to, I don't know. What was that? That was from like,
It was the
yeah,
Flint,
it could be
Michigan water.
anything. Like it could be global warming, like causes weird things to mutate, and then all of a sudden here we are.
It's the graphene and her chemicals, and
No, see, this is what happens.
binds like
Somebody
like a fibrous sort of material that goes and continues firing the electrical synapses in the brain, and that's what happens.
Somebody mixed a couple drops
See?
of water from the Fountain of Youth into the Flint, Michigan water supply.
Oh,
And the combination of the two caused you to live forever but still die.
We all know it was 5G.
and graphene.
What do you think, Christy?
5G and graphene.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the combination of the two.
Yeah,
You know?
because the newer vaccines, they put in graphene so that it networks together in this weird neural network type thing that embedded itself into the systems of a lot of people.
Yep.
And then due to some freak electrical occurrences, and that it
We could blame Demon Bitch.
to fire continuously even past death. See, there you
There you
go.
Just blame Demon Bitch.
See?
All right,
It could be demons. Path
POTPR.
of the PR.info at gmail.com. That's the new email address. So everything can go to there where I can filter everything, and like that'll be kind of like our main point of contact. Anybody has questions or they want to purchase the book after it's done, and I'll send you my Venmo, stuff like that, or PayPal or whatever. You know what I mean? We'll get you copies. We can set everything up on the webpage as well.
Not just
McDonald's, the preservatives. But why would it happen to everybody all at the same time? That's my question, because we've been eating McDonald's for years, but why would the bear, he's not eating McDonald's. You know what I mean? So it has to be something that would affect everybody. But everybody can have their
The McDonald's has been around for so long that it eventually got into the water table.
Maybe. See, okay, so you can explain it. So that's
It's
what I'm
endemic
looking
at
for.
this
Is
point.
these crazy
Like
ass.
lead.
I want to hear it. Yes. It leached
Right?
into
It's
the
endemic
water.
like lead.
There is not enough tinfoil in
Yeah.
the world for what I just said. Yeah, that's true.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, that's like I just thought of this crazy shit that I've been hearing around, and so I just said, "Oh yeah, it's just all the graphene netting together, and it fires your synapses continuously after death."
Right? It interacts with the microwave sent from the 5G, which then cooks your brain and then makes you immortal.
Dan
And
says
not only that,
it's irradiated booty juice. So there
and then
you go.
Yeah, someone put that. I like that one too.
and the Earth's electromagnetic field interacts with the graphene well, so it's this continuous.
Yeah, cosmic rays.
Right? So it could be that. Maybe a sun flare sets it off. I don't know. It's like.
And then there would be the people that would go, I'm all excited because this means Elvis really isn't dead.
If he wasn't dead already.
It's this wackadoo Rube Goldberg machine of conspiracy theories that all just one leads into the next, and it makes zombies on the other end.
Right. But they're trying to figure it out too, because oh god, it's like, how do we undo it? How do we stop this from happening? It's like you can't, unless you know what caused it, and you can't undo it. So that's the whole point of this. Is poor Jude just trying to chasing all these conspiracy theories, and he's down to whatever he's looking for. You'll have to read the comic to find out who or what he's looking for, and we'll see where it takes him. But I want to tell you guys, he does figure it out, and I think issue 11. There's 11, 12, 13, and then it's like we blow everything up and we start the new arc.
Scientists at Brookhaven Laboratories were quoted as saying, "Oops."
Sorry.
I'm going to have to go down. Got some more family stuff to take care of. So good luck, Laurie.
Okay.
All right.
And
Thank you.
congratulations on all
7
your
minutes.
success.
We got 7 minutes. So
7
cool.
minutes
Thank you so
left.
much, Doc. I know, 6 minutes. Dun dun dun. So
See you in
excited.
the morning,
Can't
Doc.
believe we're here. Bye,
Bye.
Doc.
Gonna do my best.
you for
Bye, guys.
coming.
Oh,
All right, Doc. Dang it.
You should be out in the morning.
Doc, if you're still listening, I need to talk to you. Hit me up as soon as you are available, sir. This is ultra important business stuff. Bye.
Ultra important, like ultra mega, ultra important business stuff.
Like a
Yeah,
mega
money.
pint?
Is it
Money.
like Magnus?
Money.
Oh,
You
yeah.
miss money. Mm.
Money. There we go. Hopefully that got his attention.
You guys know
always
you
say
want
boo.
this. You know
Oh,
you want
dude, for real. This is fantastic.
it. The bear cover is awesome. The old Clint cover is awesome.
What was that other video you scrolled past? Was that the
It's
one we
just
watched?
like, it's No, the other one is like watching other podcasters. It's like I put a compilation
Oh,
together
okay.
of what other podcasters reacting to like what we were
Nice.
talking about. So it's really not,
So she already
not
seen all
appropriate
that.
for this. Right. But if people were just finding this on Kickstarter and they're like, I don't know. It's like you can watch people react too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good, 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 good.
Oh my god, I was about to say mega pint.
See, I totally beat you to it. I totally did. Like this, we're thinking the same.
I hate being congested. It sucks.
It sucks. And like in Texas, our allergens are through the roof right now. So I don't know if it's like I've had allergies or if it's a cold or what. It's just sucky. It's like grass, pollen, trees, it's all high right now. I'm like, oh, wonderful. Just don't go outside.
What about those ragweed trees? Like it showed this big tree full of yellow pollen with like on somebody's car. It's like all covered with pollen.
Yeah. How would insurance work once you're undead?
Well, I mean, okay, let me say
yeah.
Is this going to be also long dead corpses? Because the thing is not the recently dead.
No, it's like one day it was fine and the next day it broke. So if you were dead prior to that day, then you stay dead.
Oh, okay.
But once it broke, everything going forward, nothing dies. But yeah, I agree. It's like what happens when all these processes that we've had don't necessarily work anymore. Life insurance. We were talking about like funerals, memorial services. Like, what do you do with this population of increasingly chaotic people who have emotions, who have feelings, but yet now it's like you take away their right to own property? Where do they go? Betty White made the afterlife and everybody decided no one wanted to be her friend. Aww.
Because they wanted to be around her.
Right. They're like, we want to be with Betty White. If only she was undead too, we could keep her forever. But sadly, no. 3 minutes.
Yeah, isn't it kind of weird? Like when you're counting down, finally, you're like, okay.
Yeah.
Over now.
Is this how it was for you? Is this how it was for you too? Where you're just like, can we be done now? I'm ready to be done now. I'm ready to start making things, putting things in place. It's like I'm ready to start processing.
Yeah, same here. I mean, it's just like right now because I was sick last week. I didn't get to do the update. So, but I mean, it takes 2 weeks for the fucking money to come through. So I'm just going to do probably an update tomorrow and let everybody know, hey, I'm sick. I'm going to send that survey soon.
Yeah.
There you go.
So they could work in a
great ways to high-risk workers, yeah.
Yeah, put them up there in skyscrapers and shit.
Decay because they'd be irradiated with all the fucking radiation, so it would kill whatever the fuck was in it. But then again, death is broken, so maybe it would mutate. I don't know, but they wouldn't rot as easily, I guess.
Actually, it would be a pre-existing condition. You're dead.
There you go.
Because at that point, everybody knows. It's like, you're going to die, but you're still going to be here. But the other thing is like using undead people as workforce. It's like you have just a short amount of time that they would be able to follow directions even. You know what I mean? Because what if they become incoherent, you send them into Chernobyl and they get lost? Whoops. We'll see them again.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
And like we didn't even touch on like undead children.
Oh, God, that's depressing.
2 minutes.
What happens to them? What happens to them? Do we ship them off with everybody else?
Think of the children.
Think of the children.
Do they still grow though? I know
the dead kids
still grow.
No, they wouldn't grow anymore.
That's true.
Think of the dead kids. Oh shit.
Oh God, I just realized something and I just went there and it's really fucked up, but I'll probably go there anyway because it's me. I said you couldn't really abort babies either because it's like the tissue would still be there. Oh man, that just went to another dark fucking place. Laurie, you have the potential to make this as fucked up as Crossed.
I plan to. You know what I mean? Like
that's gonna take it somewhere else, man. Like it's like, well, we tried to. It's like It's just like, oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
here it is.
Oh,
Nothing
shit.
dies.
The places
Nothing
this can
dies.
go.
It's really warped. It is. So it's like
They're
there's just a
taking
ton of
spacewalk.
potential. We can
That's
spin
good.
off to so many different things. We can tackle all these different places because again, Jude's in the where he is, but it's like this is happening to the whole world. So there might be a completely different experience depending on where they are. So we
Great.
could do all sorts of stuff with this. And again, if you don't see it in the comic, we could see it in the short films. 30 seconds.
And honor killings would be moot.
Yep.
There
They
you
just
go.
kill you back. You kill me, I'll kill you back. And because that's what I was thinking too about like the old West. It's like they have these gun shootouts, and it's like those become null and void. It's like you shoot me, and then I stand up and shoot you, and we both dead. So
Yeah, I'm just pissed off
or
because
undead.
yeah, it's like I'm pissed off now. You fucking hurt me. Now I'm gonna go and shoot
Right.
you. That type of stuff. Oh!
Yeah. That's it. That's all I got.
Oh Jesus! Does this
Yay.
it is a
What?
living, technically organism. Woo!
Jesus was the first one.
Well, actually, he was
Ah,
he was technically a lich. He was a lich.
Hmm.
Yeah, Jesus was a lich.
I ain't even getting into that conversation. Nope.
Well, I like fucked up like conversations like, oh yeah, abortions, you can't even have that shit in this world.
Here we go.
Oh,
It's funded. It's done.
thank
You like
you,
fucking
Up to
everybody.
106. Congratulations.
Thank you. We worked real hard to get here, and I'm excited. I
Congrats.
am excited to go forward and bring this to light. Like I'm so excited for people to, when they finally get their issue #1, to read it, and I want to hear the reaction to what happens to Jude and Prince because it's gnarly. I can't wait.
This is funny. World War Hell Dan. Now everybody's like thinking of like different things. Like, aren't flu bugs considered alive to an extent? Now where they're having a life debate in the comments now.
Yeah. Well, it's like, can you kill
That's what
bacteria?
she's
You can
trying to do.
technically kill bacteria, but then,
You'd have to. Well, it's
would it
easier
still
to
infect you?
completely.
It
It's
still
easier
comes
to
back,
incinerate.
right? It doesn't die.
I mean, they don't die, but like the thing is, like if you nuke the bacteria where they're just,
Well, it couldn't replicate anymore, right?
Yeah.
Because it's undead. So you have undead bacteria, but I don't know. It's
Well,
like
there would
you can go as far as you want to.
Oh, tobacco copy just in time.
Woo! Good job.
7 backers, yes.
Good job. You
7
snuck in there.
backers. Excellent. Good job. Good job, Laurie.
You did it.
That's
So
why
I
we
have
come
those,
out and do these, right? That's why we do
Yeah,
these last
absolutely.
minute parties and shit. It's like you never know what can happen. Always promote. Look, Christy was out there, holy crap, probably 75 shows during her 45-day campaign.
Wow.
I mean, every day, 2, sometimes 3 shows, worked her ass off just like you did. This is how you got to do it. This is how you build your fan base. And we come back stronger next time because everybody knows what to expect.
Right. And it's like every episode we get a little more crazy, or I reveal a little more of what's going on. So, people, it's a slow build. I'm not going to answer all the questions at once, but you're going to enjoy the ride. You will enjoy it.
Gotta have
We're going to be there
mystery along
together.
with this.
Of course.
Yes.
But you'll love Jude and you'll hate Jude and you want to kick Jude and yeah. You'll be like, why did he do that? Poor Jude. That's all I gotta say. Poor Jude.
Thanks a lot, Lee.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Lee.
you, brother.
Nice to see you in person, Lee. Like for a while, like Lee and I, we would talk a little bit, and then for a while, like he went kind of under, and then now he's reemerged, so that's good.
Everybody who backed, during this whole campaign, not just tonight, during the whole campaign.
Yeah.
We love you guys, man. That's what this is about,
Yes.
man. You're gonna
Thank
enjoy
you.
this. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna look. You guys know I don't paper PDFs. You guys know that. I don't buy digital comics. I am a collector. I like to have the physical thing, but I'm a little short right now, so I had to make sure I show my support anyway. So I
No
got
problem.
PDF. Probably won't read it till I get a physical copy anyway, but
But you're
I'll get
there,
the
so that's
physical
what
copy
matters.
in my hand and
Thank
then
you.
I go, oh crap, I don't want to open this. Oh yeah, I got the PDF.
Yes, there you go. Right? It's like,
I am a collector. That's
especially if
why I
it's a
was
signed
asking about,
copy.
future availability for number one. It is number one. It's like I'm a collector. So y'all stay on top of this one. We'll keep you up to date, but don't go to sleep on this
Yeah.
series, man. Like I said, she's 20 issues in on this. So, you know,
Yeah, I'm 20 issues in. Yeah. And then it's funny because I know how the end of arc number 2 ends, and I can't wait to put it on paper because it's so epic. It was like it's big, and it's like the biggest thing that I've written so far into the series, so I can't wait to get it on paper. But it's like baby steps. I gotta get there first. So I got this development, and this needs to happen, and then this needs to break down, and then we can get to that crazy moment that everybody can have this huge payoff. I can't wait. It's going to be epic. So. Love to see you there.
and you will, like I said, you keep me up to date. We do a launch party for you when you're ready.
Cool. Well, I mean, the next, okay. So two, three, four is I mean, like every single issue has something good in it, but like big ones are like four. Eight is epic. When we get to eight, it's gonna blow everybody's mind. Poor Jude. And then, of course, when he gets past eight, everything starts to change. And then it's like he does figure it out. And then the results of what happens when he figures it out, and then it's like everything blows up again. So it's like then we're off to arc two, and we get to enjoy the revelation of what happened at the end of one. Just takes it to such a next level, crazy. So
Cool. That's why I got it, so that I'll be able to keep
yes.
up. Um, there will come a time when I'll have a little bit of money and I'll be able to get my physical copies. Don't worry.
I hear you. I'm not worried. No worries, everybody. If you were able to hop on board this time, we're gonna keep going. There'll be a two. There will always be a catch-up tier. So
There you
if you don't have a physical copy for this one, you can maybe get it for next one or the next one. Or it's up to you. If you like PDFs, if you're overseas and you want to pay for customs, I get it. Like freaking get the PDFs. It's cool. Like
Now,
just follow the story.
also, I was gonna say when you do the day you put it on your .com and that after they printed and it's available to get after you fulfilled your campaign, all your backers got theirs, and you want to put it up on your .com, we'll go do a second chance campaign launch party, right? And we'll just tell everybody you can go here and get it, just like
Yeah,
we
that's
would
true.
anywhere else, So when you're ready to make them available, let me know. We'll tell the world. That's.
Cool. Cool. Yeah, absolutely. I want people to film unboxing videos, of you taking it out of the box and
Yes,
all the
I
merch that
do
you
that, but
got.
I
And
won't have one.
I know, but I mean, like, I'm looking forward to these videos. I want to capture the excitement. I want people to be able to just share the joy of opening a new comic book, something that's new to this world. You know what I mean? It's not the same story you've been reading, since you were a kid.
Right.
This is brand new.
Yes, that's what we love about indie comics. They go everywhere. Be
Hmm.
smart. Take them somewhere they haven't been before.
That's
You
what we're
know it.
doing.
Most
So it's
excellent.
a roller coaster
Lori,
ride.
thank you so much. Everybody who backed, everybody who watched the show, everybody who does what they do. Tank,
Yes.
Christy coming out,
Thank you
showing
guys.
support. We love you guys.
Yes.
You know
Thank you
what's
both
up.
of you for coming on. And Pops, thank you for having me on for the countdown.
I
I
had
didn't know countdowns was a thing.
Yes. Launches and countdowns are a thing. Yes.
Cool.
That's why I
I'm
said, you
excited.
let me know. We will stay on top of it. We'll make sure everybody knows what you're doing. That's my
Cool.
job, so keep
Thank
me
you,
up to
sir.
date.
well,
And thank you
congratulations.
everybody who backed. I love all of you. Like I special place in my heart because this is number one and um, helping me believe in myself that we can do it. So
Dude,
thank you.
you killed it. You did a great job.
Yeah. You have to push it to the limit.
Right.
All right.
That's how I was every day.
We bring to a close yet another Madness countdown, successful countdown. We had a good time. Thanks everybody, just everybody. You know what's up. Make sure you follow all these people on their socials. Laurie, where can they follow you? Where can they find you?
We're on Facebook. I have a Facebook group, Path of the Pale Rider. Instagram, Path of the Pale Rider with a underscore between all the words. It's the same handle for our TikTok. We have a Twitter. It's at Path Pale Rider. And then, of course, our webpage is www.pathofthepalerider.com, which I will be working on that shortly because it needs some work.
Path of the Pale Rider. I guess I had to like it, huh?
Of course.
I'm in the group now. I went over there. I hit like.
Great.
Yeah, no.
That's the fun one. The Facebook group is where we do previews. You get, the previews first. We play games. I'll do behind the scenes. Like we're already talking about the short film ideas there. It's like that's the one. If you're on Facebook, join the group because that's where we're the most interactive. The other ones are great, but they stop you from, what are you going to say? They have a word count. They don't let you ramble. They don't let you post as much. So it's like on the Insta, I'll talk about it, but I would be much more in depth of what I'm looking for and how to participate in the Facebook group.
Right. And while you're following Path of the Pale Rider, then you go over there and you follow Comic Related Madness.
Yep.
Yeah, no.
And Demon Bitch. And whatever Tank is working on his 16 projects.
That's right.
That's right.
All 50 million of them. Yes, you can find me over on Take Parrot Presents on YouTube and Witty channel name.
Witty channel name.
Well, I have it as temporarily. It's my old channel. But
and he hasn't thought of a witty channel name yet, so that's what he's calling it.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty easy to find. Tank Ferret Art. Just look for it.
There you go.
Cool.
Christy.
Yes.
Where can they find you?
Find me on the Linktree Horror Tour Studios. I'm sorry, I'm spacing. I'm still tired from my convention. And I'm on the Comic Related Madness as an admin, but you can also buy other shit. And probably this upcoming week, I'll put a link up for the book so you can pre-order it. But I do have to fulfill the Kickstarter ones first.
Yes. Very important. Very important.
Yes. Sleepy.
And y'all know me at Madness Comic on Twitter, Pops Fans Ed on Facebook, Madness Comic Network on Twitch, Madness Comic Network. You know what's up. You know where to find me. Comic Talk with Pops Van Zant right here on YouTube. At least 3 times a week, if not more. So, usually more. Because we're having fun. Everybody, thank you so much for coming out. I'm going to call it a night. I had 3 shows today. I got 1 more to do tomorrow and another one to do the next day. So I'm going to go play video games.
Do it.
I'm going to lie down and sleep some more.
Do it.
Night.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks for coming out, Christy. I did wake Christy up. She's like, man, I'm resting. I said, it's Laurie's last hour. Okay, I'll be there in a minute.
Thank you, Christy. I appreciate you coming out for me.
Oh, well, you're welcome.
Hey, that's what we do. That rising tide thing Tang was talking about, right?
Right.
All right, you guys know what's up. Comicbooksforkids.org, cb4k.org. Put yourself a tier on your campaign if it's, kid friendly. If it's not, Comics for the Troops. Same people, same deal, man. Make a tier where you can send a comic to a soldier or to a kid in the hospital, and sometimes the fans like to do stuff like that.
That's cool.
Peace.
to do that.
Comic Books for Kids provides comic books to kids in hospitals and cancer centers across the U.S. It's a place where we can all work together to make sure every child has a comic book. 100% of all proceeds go towards the kids. It's about making a difference, and while they're in the hospital, allowing them to fly like a superhero, battle dragons, or rescue teddy bears. We are in every state in the country and now support over 160 hospitals. Every month,